Chidi, congratulations on another impressive finish. What are your initial thoughts after a violent stoppage like that?
I haven't really sat down and thought about that yet, but so far it's crazy. It's dope to have two good finishes back to back.
Is this kind of like at this point when it happens once and then it happens again? Now people are going
three good finishes back to back.
Three. So now that like maybe fight fans, they only watch the UFC and then that now they know you as the guy that's just like finishing people like this. Do you kind of like set now a standard for yourself moving forward that maybe fans expect this more and more and more? Or do you just block all that out and just take it as it comes?
Yeah, man, it's like big shoes to fill, right? It's cool though. I don't mind. Like we train in the gym for finishes, so this is what we look for. I mean, like I said before, I'm always ready to go 3 rounds, but I'm cool with being known as the guy that just finishes everybody. That's a scary person, ain't it?
And I think we saw you shoot like going for a dart stroke in that early on.
I told y'all I had some jiu-jitsu. I had a little bit, but he got out of it though, and it was like, all right, next time.
Well, I had to look it up, and your last submission win was in 2010. Yeah. So was any part of you just like, oh, what do we have here? Like another submission win 12 years later?
Right. I was going for it. And then my jiu-jitsu coach, Sergio, was like, yeah, just stay on top. And I'm like, I guess I don't got it.
And that Dallas card is what you want next, I would imagine. That's also a pay-per-view, so you're going to be in a full sold-out arena and everything.
Shit. Yeah. It'll be dope to fight in my hometown. So, yeah, if I can get on that card, that would be cool, too.
Finally, unrelated to this fight, but we saw you watching the last round of the Santiago Michel Pereira fight. As a fighter, is that a fight that you want, like just a back and forth war like that, or is at this point in your career that you like these in and out, like quick finishes like that?
I like to watch those fights. I don't want to be any part of that. If I can get a 16-second knockout every fight, that's my goal.
One of the things that they were talking about they were talking about your elbows, and I just quickly scanned over your wins, and I don't think you have any wins by the elbows. Is there something about the elbow, the fact that it's just a little bit more unique, that it's extra special, that's what you actually got the knockout with?
Yeah, it's different, and it's something that a lot of people don't really throw in fights. So to be able to get my first elbow knockout.
I was gonna say, even when you're going through your camp and you're working, I'm sure you're working all kinds of different strikes on the bag and stuff. When you're going through and you're working that elbow, do you ever visualize, or did you ever visualize a fight ending by that particular move?
Yeah, my brother's done it before, so I know it's possible.
What did your brother say about it afterwards?
He said, man, I don't got one of those. And I was like, bro, you got one too. I have to remind him that he has the same exact finish back in WC. But
after it made contact, it looked like it caught him right on the sort of the temple. Could you immediately tell that he was wobbled and that it was going to be done at that point, or did you think you were going to have to follow up onto the ground and do some work?
I didn't think it was done until I looked down and saw his eye. Like he wasn't looking at me. So then I was like, okay, I think he's out.
Now, especially like you said, people are going to look at what you did out there. They're going to expect that sort of thing. But do you think that's also the kind of message that you could send to the division, like, look what I'm capable of, guys, and not that that's the kind of thing that you think of, but, you actually kind of can have a little extra swagger. And is that sort of a message to the division of the different variety that you might bring out there?
Yeah. I mean, my last fight was so short that nobody really got a chance to see what I was capable of doing. In this fight, I was able to show a little bit more, so and then I was still able to get the finish, so it lets everybody know that the last one just wasn't an accident. And now it's like, okay, we do got to be worried about this guy.
And I know you said that this was 3 in a row, but I quickly looking, it looks like you're if you go back to your 4th one, you won by a knee to the body and punches. So that was at the LFA. Yeah. So I guess that's 4 in a row.
4, coach. I forgot all about that one.
I guess this is the kind of thing that does this immediately tell you that the things that you're doing in camp, the people that you have around you, everything's working, at this point? I mean, I'm sure that you're going to go back and you look at tape, but when you think about what this has done, do you immediately just go back to the gym and say, let's just keep what we're doing? Or are there already things in your mind that you're like, I liked how it felt, but can we also work on this and kind of push for something else moving forward?
No, my team, One Kick and Sergio, they always try to push me. It's never like just comfortable with doing what we're doing. They always want to make sure I'm getting my ass whooped in the gym. So whatever we're doing now, it's perfect. It's working.
What's funny because fighters always come in there and say that the battles that they do in camp leading into it are so much harder than the fight. Like the fight's fun. Then you come out here to, you end a fight in a matter of moments. Makes you got to think that all that hard work in the camp, everything's paying off completely.
Yeah, one of the days I showed up, Sergio looked at me and was like, "Oh, he doesn't want to be here." So like every day in the gym is just tough, and it all shows out here.
Well, I guess last thing for me, you've never seemed like the kind of guy that like looks too far ahead. But when you're looking at your camp, you're looking at the work you're doing, you're looking at your body of work that you're doing right now. You're looking at 2022, and even closely after that. How long do you think that you're actually contending for maybe like a title shot? How many more fights do you think you're going to need if you're putting on performances like that until you think that you maybe get that title opportunity?
I don't know. I really don't know. But I know I'm close. So we'll see what happens next fight.
That's awesome. Congrats on the victory. How are you going to celebrate?
Chill. Chill with
chill?
the team. Yeah, just giggle with the family.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Chidi. Man, we talked a little bit on Wednesday, man, about your journey and how much you grinded on the regional scene, busted your ass for so long, and you're finally here, and then your first two UFC fights just are phenomenal knockouts, man. Just like, how's that feel?
It's crazy. It's crazy. It took forever to get here, but it's like all the hard work that we put in, like this is the only outcome that's possible, Like we put in so much work for years and years, and me finally getting my shit together mentally, physically, and listening to my coaches for once. Like there's no other outcome possible but this.
That's awesome, man. And I'm pretty sure you're shooing for a $50,000 check. So what are you doing with that?
Hopefully I save it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.